Hi, Wallace.
Chantry.
Yes. I'm here alone.
Me too.
My boyfriend was supposed to come, but he had to work late, so I like seeing movies by myself, though. I think it's really cool you're here alone.
Oh, yeah. Super cool.
I saw you outside with your fans yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like you really enjoyed it. For real. How much patience do you have with that kind of thing?
I mean, times like yesterday are always, it's a balancing act of you want to spend as much time as you can with everyone, but you also have everybody to get through, and you want everyone to get something. So, you know, you have to move quite quickly, but I really enjoyed it. Yesterday was honestly one of the premieres that I've most enjoyed ever in my life, because of we had some time, because normally when I'm signing, it's like sign, 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 okay, pull you away to do an interview, sign, 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 and then pull away. And yesterday it was just, I just got to sign the whole way up and chat to people, and it was great. It was really, really good, and they were so sweet, and yeah, just could never have expected this greater welcome.
Yeah, a lot of hugs also.
A lot of hugs, yeah. I did. Towards the end, one girl said, can I give you a hug? And I was like, yeah, sure. And so then a lot of people wanted hugs after that. That sort of set a precedent early on.
Yeah.
Eventually, either the distance gets to them and they break up, or it doesn't, and they get married, live a happy life, with you always on the outside looking in, quietly pining indefinitely.
So be pathetic?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Well, it's got the advantage of not being particularly unethical, but it's got the disadvantage of being, you know...
Pathetic?
Yeah.
So your advice is be sleazy, conniving, or pathetic?
When you put it that way, it doesn't sound like very good advice.
What If, the movie, it's like your first contemporary piece, you can say, and the first romantic movie also.
Totally.
So was it any way you were nervous about this?
Not really. I was just very excited to be, as you say, first playing a modern part, and someone who is very much of this world that we all live in, as opposed to sort of fantasy world that I have spent time in the past. So, you know, that was great. But no, I wasn't really nervous. Most of the things I grew up watching were comedies. Yeah. So although I'd never done any myself, I'd always really, really wanted to. So it was great to be able to finally get to do some.
Yeah. Was it like you were more of yourself in this kind of movie?
I'm definitely more of myself in this film than I have ever been in anything else I've done. Yeah. I'm not, you know, we're not the same, but yeah, I'm definitely more like him than I am like, you know, Harry. Or because I think because I played Harry for so long, people think I'm more like him, but actually I'm definitely more like this guy, I think.
Yeah.
Wallace, I don't think you can have Princess Bride as one of your favorite movies if you actually think love makes you a worse person.
Well, no, it's irrelevant. The Princess Bride is a fairy tale. In fairy tales, love inspires you to be noble and courageous, but in real life, love is just an all-purpose excuse for selfish behavior. You can lie and cheat and hurt people, and it's all okay because you're in love.
I don't know if you are actually cynical or just a super crazy romantic cheeseball. You did go see Princess Bride by yourself on a weeknight like a total loser.
Yeah, well, your boyfriend ditched you and you still came all by yourself, so who's the real loser?
And the chemistry is there and it's important. How did you meet her, Zoe?
We met for the first time, I would say, about 4 years ago, and maybe more than that, maybe 5, and because our friend, a mutual friend of ours, was doing a play in New York, and so we were both there, and you know, we didn't talk for long, but we got on very well, and then when we met for this, you know, we met up probably 4 days before we started filming and rehearsed for 4 days. But it wasn't very long. I think we just got very lucky in all the relationships in the film. Me and Zoe and Megan, who plays her sister, and myself and Adam, who plays my best friend. Like they're all those relationships feel so real and lived in. And you know, that's hard. None of us had ever met before, and it was very well cast. Me and Zoe particularly are actually quite similar.
Yeah. Yeah, just 4 days for rehearsing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it was very short.
Then it was really good.
Cool. Thank you very much. Well, I think chemistry is, you know, it's often a matter of just being curious about the other person and being interested, and having a kind of an openness and a willingness to play around. So that was, you know, I think that was partly responsible. But thank you very much.
Yeah. So the playing around, was it a lot of that got into the movie afterwards, improvisation and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we would definitely have, yeah, we would have long talks in between takes, just, you know, telling embarrassing stories from our childhoods, or, you know, terrible dates or terrible exes or whatever it is. And, you know, was talking about that stuff sort of builds that relationship. And then we did improvise a lot in the film as well. You know, not as much as, say, Adam Driver. Adam Driver, I'd say, like, almost half of what he says is probably improv-driven at some point. But with myself and Zoe, it was less than that, but still quite a lot, like more than I'd ever done before. I'd never done any improvisation, so to be able to just sort of turn the filter in your brain off and just let everything come out was very freeing. Really, like, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, the first scene in the diner, where we meet, is that was heavily improvised. And that was, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was supposed to be an anonymous fridge magnet poem.
And here I am quietly judging you.
Oh, I can handle it. I've humiliated myself much more thoroughly in front of people I actually know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Besides this, you have Horns and Kill Your Darlings, and it's really interesting movies coming up for us. I mean, you've done them, but we want to see them. So do you have had any specific strategy after the Harry series for what kind of movies you want to do?
Not particularly. It's more just, you know, you find films that you like and that you're passionate about, and, you know, you know, I'm in a position now where I don't have to do a job unless I'm really enthusiastic and passionate about it, and so I don't want to. You know, there's no particular strategy, because you can't really make a plan in the film industry, because you never know what scripts are going to come in, and, you know, out of the ones that come in, which ones are actually going to get made. So it's you know, it's kind of a crapshoot. So you just have to find as many things that you love and want to be a part of as possible, in the hope that hopefully at least one of them will make it off the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Has there been a lot of stuff that you really would like to do that haven't been made?
Not yet. I mean, the person I just did a play by Martin McDonagh, and I would love to be in one of his films. That's, you know, that's definitely something I would like to kind of get involved in at some point, because he's one of my favourite writers and directors. I should say it to him though, because I've just said it to you.